Screen displays channel name and topic. Hey there, Strange Universe viewers. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most bizarre and mysterious events in modern history, the Tanzanian laughter epidemic. In 1962, a small village in Tanzania was struck by an event that left both locals and scientists puzzled. What caused hundreds of people to suddenly laugh uncontrollably for months? Was it something supernatural, or does science have an answer? Let's explore together. Screen shows a map of Kasasha and old images of the village. In 1962, in a small Tanzanian village called Kasasha, a strange and inexplicable event began. It started with a group of schoolgirls, who, out of nowhere, began laughing uncontrollably. This wasn't just a brief burst of laughter, it went on for hours. But what's even more bizarre is that this laughing was contagious. Before long, it spread to their classmates, teachers, and eventually, the whole village. At first, it was just a few people. But as the laughter spread, it became more intense. The laughter wasn't just the kind of chuckle we might expect, it was intense, wild, and, at times, hysterical. Some of those who were affected found themselves laughing for hours on end, unable to stop, and with no clear cause. People described the laughter as almost involuntary, as if it took control of their bodies. Screen shows animation or images of people laughing and the spread of the epidemic. The laughter didn't stay confined to the school. It spread throughout the village and affected nearly 1,000 people across various age groups. Teachers, parents, and even the elderly were swept up in the uncontrollable laughing. As the epidemic grew, the affected people were unable to continue their daily activities. In fact, some schools had to close due to the severity of the outbreak. It lasted for months, and the authorities were baffled as to how to deal with it. This epidemic wasn't just a one-off event either. As time went on, the laughter began to spread to nearby villages, and for several months, communities were experiencing this uncontrollable outbreak of laughter. What made this particularly strange was that no physical illness or injury seemed to be at the root of it. Screen shows graphics explaining psychological theories. One popular explanation for what happened in Kasasha is mass psychogenic illness, also known as mass hysteria. This happens when a group of people experiences a collective psychological reaction to stress or anxiety. In other words, a psychological phenomenon spreads within a community, leading people to develop similar symptoms, even if there's no direct physical cause. Studies of other mass hysteria events show that group stress or a shared emotional trauma can trigger similar outbreaks. In this case, it's possible that the schoolgirls, and later the entire village, were influenced by the psychological stress of their environment. Tanzania was undergoing significant social and political changes during that time, which could have contributed to a sense of collective anxiety. Mass psychogenic illness is not uncommon. Throughout history, there have been reports of similar incidents, where large groups of people develop shared symptoms, like laughter, fainting, or other uncontrollable behaviors. These outbreaks usually occur in situations where people are under a lot of stress, and sometimes, the influence of one person or a small group of people can trigger the rest. Screen shows images of the brain or neurological diagrams. While psychological explanations are often the most common, there's also the possibility that a neurological or medical condition could explain the epidemic. Some scientists suggest that the outbreak might have been caused by a viral infection, possibly encephalitis, which is a brain infection known to cause unusual behaviors, including uncontrollable laughter. However, the outbreak in Kasasha wasn't isolated to a small group of people, it spread rapidly through the community, which makes it difficult to connect the event to a single medical cause. Moreover, the fact that no physical symptoms like fever or illness were reported makes a purely medical explanation seem less likely. Some experts have also speculated that the epidemic might have been a response to a neurotoxin in the environment, although no clear link to a specific toxin has been found. Screen shows images of local Tanzanian traditions or spiritual beliefs. In many cultures, strange or unexplained events, like mass laughter, are often linked to supernatural forces. In Tanzania, especially in rural areas, there's a strong belief in spiritual phenomena. Some locals believed that the laughter was caused by spirits or a curse, possibly brought on by an angry deity or supernatural entity. In fact, some villagers saw the epidemic as a form of spiritual punishment or a sign of divine intervention. In certain cultures, laughter is seen as more than just a physical reaction. It can be considered a form of possession, a sign that a person or group has been overtaken by something beyond the natural world. While science seeks rational explanations, these cultural interpretations offer an entirely different perspective. Given the remote location of Kasasha and the deep cultural significance of spiritual beliefs in the area, it's not surprising that many people interpreted this epidemic through the lens of the supernatural. Screen shows clips of scientists and researchers studying the epidemic. Since the outbreak, several researchers have studied the Tanzanian laughter epidemic, attempting to understand what exactly happened. However, despite years of research, there has been no definitive conclusion. Epidemiologists, sociologists, and psychologists have all weighed in with their theories, but none can fully explain the rapid spread of this strange occurrence. In fact, similar outbreaks of mass hysteria and uncontrollable laughter have been documented in other parts of the world, which suggests that the Tanzanian case may not have been an isolated incident. In India, for instance, there was a similar outbreak of laughter in 1969, known as the laughter epidemic of the Indian subcontinent, though it was less severe. It shows question marks and mysterious visuals. So, was the Tanzanian laughter epidemic supernatural in nature? Or was it a psychological phenomenon, a result of stress and mass hysteria? The answer remains unclear. It's possible that the laughter was caused by a combination of factors, psychological, social, and cultural influences. What do you think? Could this event have been caused by supernatural forces, or is there a more rational explanation behind it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Screen shows channel name and social media handles. Thanks for joining us on this strange journey into the unknown. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you won't miss out on future videos. Until next time, keep exploring the unexplained with Strange Universe.